Hey guys, what's up? Scott here with a little NBA Finals preview. The Knicks and the Spurs get underway in a few minutes, and I can't be more excited. The New York Knicks are. I've grown up in New York. New York Knicks are my favorite team, and the San Antonio Spurs are my favorite team to watch. I've enjoyed watching them all this year. Victor Wembanyama, uh, Julian Champagne's from St. John's. I'm a St. John. Where is it? I'm a St. John's guy right over there. I'm a St. John's guy. I can't even tell the background. St. John's guy. So Julian Champagne, I've been a fan of the Spurs since he joined them a couple years ago. I've been following along. Victor Wembanyama, Stephen Castle is amazing. He's going to be a tough player in this series. Devin Vassell, I'm saying his name wrong. Devin Vassell is a great three-point shooter, great swingman, slasher, unbelievable. Champagne, if he can get his three-pointer going, it'll be key for them. De'Aaron Fox brings that veteran leadership to the Spurs that they need with all these young guys. Dylan Harper has been amazing throughout these playoffs. The rookie out of Rutgers, been a fan of his since he joined Rutgers. Watched them all his freshman year there, and he has gotten better and better. And as these playoffs have gone on, I feel that Dylan Harper is probably going to be the key for the Spurs. If he can hit those clutch shots and make those key plays as he did in the last series against Oklahoma City, I think the Spurs have a good shot. I mean, I'm a Knicks fan going way back. Bernard King was my guy back in the day. I'm still mad at John Starks from his 2 for 18 in the 93 finals that cost the Knicks a chance at a championship back then. Seriously, John Starks, still mad at you after all these years. I'm glad that Josh Hart is there wearing that number 3. Love Josh Hart. Love his energy. He is the heart of that team. No pun intended. But his effort, his willingness to guard anybody at any position, his hustle, it really is key to the Knicks. I think in this series, OG Anunoby is going to be key. I think he's going to be guarding Victor Wembanyama as he did in the regular season. The Knicks did beat the Spurs 2 out of 3 games, including the Commissioner's Cup. Not that that means anything. These teams are playing completely different than they did in the regular season. I mean, maybe the game in February where the Knicks won by double digits was closer to the style that the Knicks are playing, but the Knicks have played a completely different type of basketball than I have seen them play ever in these playoffs since they went down 2-1 to Atlanta in the first round. They have figured something out. Karl Anthony Towns being at the top of the three-point line, passing and distributing the ball has opened things up. That'll be great for the Knicks because it'll pull Wembanyama away from the basket and allow the Knicks to get behind him and keep Wembanyama from hopefully blocking shots of these guys. I'm going to turn off my TV because it's flashing and distracting me. But the game is about to start in a few minutes. And I just wanted to jump on here and give my 2 cents. I know that a couple of weeks ago, my brother-in-law, George, was asking me what I thought about the Knicks, and I was unwilling to commit to anything because at that time, OG Anunoby had hurt his hamstring. I knew how crucial he was to their success, but the Knicks figured something out and were able to survive while Anunoby and his hamstring got healed. He seems to be 100%, which is going to be important. I think Karl Anthony Towns not getting into foul trouble is key. And for the Spurs, Stephen Castle, who is foul prone as well, he's got to hold his temper and his energy together and not get dumb fouls far away from the basket. which he was doing. He seems to do every game. Stephen Castle seems to get 4 fouls and then somehow is able to survive the game without catching his 5th and 6th fouls. So we'll see. Karl Anthony Towns, most fouls of anybody in the NBA. He's got to stay on the court. He is key for him because of his three-point shooting ability, his true three-point shooting ability, and keeping Wemby away from the basket. That is going to be key to the Knicks' success on offense. That shadow back there, I think that's Mac. Who's back there? What is that you? That you, Mac? That's Mac back there moving around. It's not a ghost. Just so excited for this series. My heart is rooting for the Knicks. I want to see the Knicks win a championship. The way the Spurs have been playing, the fact that they beat OKC, the defending champs, as soundly as they did in the last series, gives me reason to pause and hesitate about that, and makes me a little nervous to root for the Knicks. I'm gonna pick the Knicks because I'm a Knicks fan, but I think this series is gonna go 6 or 7 games, and it could go either way. I'm hoping. Let me get my camera adjusted better there. Sorry about that. I'm hoping that Victor Wembanyama continues to fall in love with the three-point shot as he did in the last 2 series. He's not good at it. Yes, he can make them. But if he continues to settle for a three-point shot instead of taking his 7'4" frame inside the paint and get shots closer to the basket and be a nuisance for the Knicks and maybe get foul trouble on OG Anunoby and Karl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson if he's able to play with his broken pinky, that is a big concern too. But if Wembanyama wants to take three-pointers, I think the Knicks should just let him do it, because then that means Vassell and Champagnie are not taking three-pointers, and Wembanyama, who's not a high-percentage three-point shooter, let him take them. Let him take them. If Wembanyama decides to take three-pointers throughout this series as many times as he did and stay away from the basket, the Knicks are going to win this series. But if Wembanyama goes inside and is decisive and aggressive as he was in the wins against Oklahoma City, the Knicks are in trouble, because the Spurs play a very unselfish brand of basketball. It's so much fun to watch. I've watched almost all of their games this year because their team is so young and so talented. This team is going to be a nuisance for the NBA for the next 5 to 10 years if they can keep them together with the salary cap. I mean, Wembanyama, of course, is just a one-of-a-kind. Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, that tandem in the backcourt is crazy. De'Aaron Fox, he's bringing leadership and experience, probably the most experience of anybody on this team, except for some of the guys further down the bench who probably aren't going to see much playing time. But Champagnie, Vassell, Wembanyama, Castle, Fox, and Harper, and the sixth man of the year, Keldon Johnson. I mean, look out. Luke Cornett, he gave the Knicks trouble when he was with the Celtics. He's here. He's played super for the Spurs in the time Wembanyama's been off the court. They've got Harrison Barnes, who's an experienced big man. He's going to bring in some good defense and give extra fouls, and he can knock down a three-point shot when needs to. The Spurs team is talented, and also the other rookie, Carter Bryant, who's getting a lot of playing time in these playoffs. It's the foot speed of the Spurs has me worried for the Knicks. The Knicks are a little bit older and slower than the Spurs, but the way the Knicks have been playing these playoffs since they went down 2-1 to Atlanta is something I've never seen before. The connection between them on offense, the motion, the movement, the ball movement, the passing. If they can keep that up and play at the speed that they played in the last two series, it's going to be tough for the Spurs to beat them. I mean, the Knicks also are coming into this series with confidence because they know they've beaten the Spurs twice this year. Again, means nothing. These teams are completely different. This young Spurs team is now much more experienced, winning big, tough games, game sevens. They're not afraid. They're not intimidated. Victor Wembanyama is on a mission. He said his life depends on winning an NBA championship. You know, he's going to have a lot of chances to do this, I think, especially if they can keep this roster together. But, oh, my gosh, this series is going to be crazy. Shout out to my brother-in-law, George. I'm still not willing to commit to the Knicks. I think they're going to do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Spurs win this thing. Someone asked me, I was wearing my hat in the store the other week, and someone asked me, "Hey, the Knicks looking pretty good." And I was like, "Yep." I'm a little gun shy to go all in because the Knicks have broken my heart so many times in my lifetime that I said to the guy at the time, "I'll believe it once they're holding up the trophy at the end of the series. And even then, I may watch the last game one more time to make sure that it turns out okay before it sinks in and that I accept them winning anything at this point." I'm going to take it game by game as a fan. I feel confident in the way the Knicks have been playing. I am worried because of the layoff. Usually the team that has a long layoff, the first game of the series, the team who's coming in with the least amount of rest seems to do better. I saw a stat. The Knicks and Spurs played in 1999. Tim Duncan and David Robinson, they won their championship against the Knicks. So this is, in a sense, a rematch of a previous finals matchup. In matchups like that, it's 17-17 for teams who've played once before or their organizations have played once before. So it's anybody's game. It's a toss-up. It's 50-50. I'm kind of feeling that way right now. This first game will be very interesting. If the Knicks can, after this long layoff, if the Knicks can start this game out quickly and get a lead and play the defense as intensely as they've been playing it, and somehow get a win tonight in game one, I think the Knicks' shot for winning this series goes up. But if they give this young Spurs team this first game, their confidence, these guys don't know any better. They just think they can win. And that's what they've been doing this whole playoffs. They've been proving people wrong. If you talked to me earlier in this season during the NBA season and you heard me talk about the Spurs, that's the team I talked about the most. And I kept saying, I know they can beat OKC. They did it in the regular season, and they just did it in this last round of the playoffs. If they can beat OKC, they can beat anybody. So the Knicks have their work cut out for them. The Knicks do have the experience and players who've been in the league longer and played in big pressure games, but I don't think it means anything at this point. Everybody's equal. It's 0-0. This is going to be one of the best finals that I think we've seen in a long time. I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup, and I'm going to let you guys go so you can watch it and so that I can watch it too. Hope you guys enjoy the NBA Finals. Thanks for tuning in to Silva Linings Playbook. I'm Scott Silva. I'm going to go watch the Knicks and Spurs. Hope you guys have a good time. That's it for me. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go Knicks. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.